Sad news have hit us yesterday and I had to push this video to keep you guys informed. Bethesda's and ZeniMax CEO has passed away and there are several delays announced already. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. It's with no joy I bring you some awful breaking news today. The CEO and co-founder of ZeniMax, parent company of Bethesda, Robert A. Altman, has passed away. The PTS reopening has been delayed, alongside with the double score event. Meanwhile, servers have been struggling and went down several times this past week. There is also an oopsie on the Atomic Shop, and for the surprise of many, a cheater was selected as one of the winners for the latest screenshot event. There's a lot more to cover today, so let's jump right into the details, shall we? Let's start with the breaking news, which is all over social and the gaming media too. Bethesda's founder and CEO Robert A. Altman has passed away at the age of 73 this past Thursday, February 4. He was also the co-founder of ZeniMax, the parent company of Bethesda. His cause of death has not been disclosed so far, most likely due to private reasons. Altman was known for being an extraordinary human being, leader, visionary, and a very friendly person who believed in the power of people and what they can accomplish together. Many figures of the gaming industry have already shared their condolences, including the CEO of Microsoft, the head of Xbox, Electronic Arts representing the entire company, and even Pete Hines, vice president of Bethesda, with a very heartfelt message. I would go as far as calling it a life lesson. Sometimes we don't get a second chance, in this case to tell those we love how much they mean to us. Anyway, Altman's son James published a long memorial message to the public about his father, where he shares some private stories and, well, a lot more. It's quite long. I recommend you to read if you are interested in this topic. And he basically talks about how much he loved and respected his dad and praised him for who he was. I'm leaving the link below in case you guys wish to check it out. And to me, the highlights there are definitely the life lessons, which can inspire and make us reflect on the way we live. I agree with all of them, especially with the last point: talent is nothing without hard work and dedication. That's a true fact. Now, when it comes to future steps, it's all very fresh and unclear if there will be any major changes with the new leadership. Let's not forget Microsoft bought ZeniMax last year and the transition is still rolling, so I think one way or the other major changes are doomed to happen. But for now we have to wait until official announcements are made. Lastly, I want to express my deeply condolences to Altman's family, friends and co-workers. I'm truly sorry for your loss. Rest in peace. Alright, something that some of you may or may not know yet is about the public test server. Last week, Bethesda announced the PTS would reopen today, February 5, featuring all the lovely new features we have been waiting for, such as the special loadouts, camp slots, a daily ops new mission, and so much more. But sadly, the PTS is no longer reopening as initially planned. During the latest livestream on Twitch, 76 community managers said the PTS is reopening next week instead, and no new day was mentioned. While I was making this video, a new announcement went live as well, reconfirming this information. But once again, no new date or day has been mentioned. Bethesda explained they need more time to test and polish all the new features, which kinda hints the delay might not just be for a few days. Let's wait and see. The upcoming double score event was scheduled to go live last Thursday, February 4, as stated in the 2021 content roadmap we have right now, but for some reason Bethesda decided to delay it for one day. It's not clear if this delay is related to the CEO's death or not. Either way, the event should start today, February 5, and it will end next Tuesday, February 9, as a community manager announced through Bethesda's forums already. Keep in mind, this event will only applies to daily challenges, not weekly ones. Now, if you have finished Season 3 already, you can completely dismiss this event. There is no use in farming score after rank 100. Anyhow, by the time this video is published, the event should be live and running, unless another delay takes place, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Alright, now let's switch focus to something strange that has been happening more and more often lately. Service interruptions, servers shutting down. For several months now, I have been discussing how some servers were struggling really badly, and as a result, all sorts of issues were emerging, such as strange new bugs, heat delay, rubber banding, and so much more. Now, things have escalated. In the past week alone, we had 3 episodes where servers were down shortly on every platform. Each episode never took more than 1 hour as far as I know, but still, it's not a great sign, is it? Another strange thing is that when servers are down, players get all sorts of strange errors. Some get a gray play button, like I did 2 days ago. Others get this sort of error claiming your username or password is invalid. Failed to find world is also a possible error, and random number errors too, and so much more, which can naturally generate confusion. I mean, if the servers are down, why not just show one universal message saying what's going on? For example, servers were down for about 1 hour on the 29th of January, and some people thought the issue was on their end due to such strange error messages, just to give you an idea. Anyhow, every time servers go down, Bethesda has been able to quickly respond and follow up with users, which is a great thing, but still, I don't have memory of servers going down this often in over 2 years of 76. So that cannot be a good sign at all. Moving forward, I also saw a friend report on how Bethesda's client was loading for minutes, like freezing. I had this a few times and I thought it was on my end, but maybe it's not. And again, it can generate even more confusion. Lastly, the latest interruption of service was a general thing. It lasted about 10-15 minutes, so it was very short. It was more like a hiccup, but it was an issue that affected all Bethesda titles. So it was not just a Fallout 76 server issue, just to let you know. Talking about server issues and service interruption, a few days ago a data miner discovered this interesting error message. It's not clear if this is a new or old entry, but it's quite curious it has been discovered after so many network issues lately. There's a lot of room for speculation here, if it's indeed new. I would be really happy to get one single error that applies to server issues. We don't need 10 strange errors to confuse players and make them think the problem might be on their end, when in reality the servers are just having difficulties. I think this would be a great change and a quality of life improvement to every player in that regard. But then again, this could be an old entry, part of the Fallout 4 remains. There's a lot of them in 76 files for some reason, so for the time being, it's not yet clear what it means. Okay, now here's something really important you need to know if you often buy lunchboxes from the Atomic shop. For whatever reason, Bethesda has added the wrong price for one of the entries. Can you spot something wrong here? Yeah, the 15 lunchbox entry is charging extra atoms than it's supposed to. How comes? Well, let's quickly do the math. One lunchbox costs 50 atoms, and 6 lunchboxes are priced as 250 atoms, which means you pay about 42 atoms per box. Basically, you get one free with the 6-pack, considering the single unit price. Now, when it comes to the 15 lunchbox pack, if we divide the 1000 atoms by 15, it means you're paying about 67 atoms per box, which is slightly superior than the 50 atoms price for one single unit. Moral of the story, don't buy the 15 pack for now, you will be paying extra for the same product. Bethesda already confirmed this is a mistake and they are going to fix it with the next scheduled update for Tuesday, February 9. Well, I can say this is acceptable, they surely are profiting with this supposedly mistake, but at least it's going to get fixed soon. Anyway, until next Tuesday, make sure not to buy any 15 lunchbox entries unless you don't mind paying extra. Hey, I'm just trying to help you save some atoms here. On the Atomic Shop topic, there was a recent maintenance for the Atoms purchase, the very first one, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember such maintenance in the past, unless they weren't announced until now, which is quite possible. Anyway, after this new type of maintenance, a few players reported issues while trying to purchase items, me included. A few days ago, I tried to purchase some, and the system kept displaying this strange long error. It eventually worked, thanks to my persistence, but still, that's no bueno for the business, is it now? I posted this error on my Twitter right after it happened, and Bethesda support replied, advising me to clean the browser's cache if the problem kept happening. So that's a potential fix for anyone else who might face a similar issue. So I really had to share this one. The Still Dawn soundtrack has been finally released into Spotify. The author of the music made the official announcement yesterday. So if you got a Spotify account, you can freely hear all the tracks right now or save them for later. The choice is yours. Zero clarified that the Still Dawn music is a bit more symphonic with a military vibe while compared to the Wastelanders soundtrack, for example. Moreover, the composer also announced a special local event where the UK Fallout fans can tune in to the Scala radio to listen to the 76 Still Dawn music during the entire weekend around 9 AM GMT time. Well, do enjoy if that's the case. Alright, well, this next news has become quite a scandal because it clearly shows how detached Bethesda is from their player base and the existing live issues. In the latest screenshot event with the team Modern, one of the winning entries featured lots of hacked items. By hacked, I mean spawn items, the kind players have no access right now unless they use third-party programs to spawn them into the game. The winning screenshot is this one, where immediately you understand something is off. At first glance, it seems like a harmless image, but if you take a closer look, there are lots of spawn items there, such as a Strangler Heart and Corpse Flowers. I doubt the player who did this had a nil intention. After all, the person spawned decor items to make a pretty garden filled with biodiversity, but the problem here is that by doing so, this player is getting a huge advantage by accessing items legit players do not. Now, I'm not here to witch hunt anyone, I even removed the player's name from the screenshot, but this is a pretty serious issue. We are talking about a monthly contest where each winner gets 5,000 free atoms. That's about $50 per winner. So it's important that Bethesda steps up and understands what's legit and what's not. Or better, they need to solve the hacking issue altogether at once and for all. Then scandals like this one won't happen anymore. If only it was that simple though. Anyway, after this hot discussion on Reddit, Bethesda removed the entry from the winning post, but no announcement has been made so far. It's also not clear if the player in question received the 5,000 atom prize or not. The Dodgy perk has been recently boosted with update 25. It now has a 2 seconds cooldown in between triggers to avoid fully depleting your stamina bar instantly. Overall, this change is working fine. I've tested it several times with my latest patch overview video. It's one of the points there, feel free to watch it. However, there is a heavy bug associated with Dodgy right now. When you face shotgun enemies such as certain Scorched or Super Mutants, they can still deplete your AP bar in a blink of an eye. Just look at that. It takes 2/3 of your stamina with one shot. And I do have 13 base agility, by the way, running a full unwielding build, and I had Action Girl rank 3 on. It's close to impossible to get any AP while fighting such enemies, as shown. This bug has already been acknowledged by Bethesda and the issue is now being investigated. As the last point, we have a positive suggestion from the community. I also want to show some support to all the dev players who play 76 and are struggling, so I decided to cover this topic. They have a simple request to do towards Bethesda. Please enable a text chat. To be honest, this sort of request is very old, ever since 76 was released, to be honest with you. Ever since 76 was released, that players have been requesting for a text chat. It's not always possible to communicate by voice, And it's a shame there is no alternative. I mean, I have a mic plugged at all times, and sometimes I don't feel like talking. I play with music often too, so I don't always hear when people talk to me. Let's not even mention those who don't have a microphone plugged or got background noise or simply don't feel comfortable talking. But for sure, the worst case scenario here is for deaf people. They have absolutely no way to communicate in 76, and that's a shame. Where is the player inclusion and accessibility, Bethesda? It can't be that difficult to integrate the text chat. I mean, there is a Nexus mod that works pretty fine, and it's there for years now. Let's hope that when mod support gets released at some point, this issue will be no more. Today's random bug is all about superpowers. While doing some dodgy perk tests, I came across this blood eagle who was able to run through storage boxes. One of a kind ability, let me tell you that much. I tried to replicate his action, but sadly the game didn't let me. It's exclusive to a few select enemies, I guess. Anyway, it's still funny to see such random, unexpected events, even if it's just another bug. Now, I know I said the second part of Update 25 overview would come out today in the previous video, but considering the avalanche of news that came out yesterday, I had to change my priorities a little bit. I hope you understand. Part 2 is done in terms of testing and editing, it's just missing the voiceover, so expect it to go live tomorrow. Anyway, that's everything for now. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't yet, so you don't miss anything related to Fallout 76. I am Marta Branco, thanks for all the support, especially from all of you who go the extra mile for my channel. Thank you very, very much. Now, you stay safe and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, take care. Adios. Bye bye.